On today's detail, we're going to be deep cleaning the inside of this Toyota 4Runner that has never had a full deep clean of the interior. Yeah, that's right, never been fully deep cleaned. And as you can see from the before shots, it is actually pretty trashed as it is. So we're going to go ahead and get this detail started by pulling out the seats. But if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It helps support this channel, makes these videos possible for you guys to enjoy. And let's go ahead and get started. Now, if you haven't seen last week's video of the Land Cruiser, I recommend watching at the end because it was a stellar transformation full of dog hair. It was pretty nasty. But you guys commented whether you like the inside or the outside in that video to be entered in to win the giveaway, which was a full set of Fox Clean detailing products. And the winner from last week is They Call Me Yane. He liked the inside the most. And if you guys haven't already, Fox Clean is running some crazy specials right now, and it's free shipping on everything. So if you haven't picked up your detailing supplies, you gotta go over there after this video. And don't forget to watch this entire video as well, because towards the end, I have another giveaway for you guys that you do not want to miss. Now, the vacuuming in this detail in particular was probably the most satisfying for myself. I was really surprised that just by vacuuming all this dust and dirt off, especially the carpets and the seats, how clean it got just by doing that one simple step. So if you guys are trying to maintain your own vehicles, like I've always said before, if you are new, vacuuming is like 80% of this job. It's just by maintaining that alone will keep your car looking like new majority of the time. And with all those goodies removed from the car, we're going to go ahead and start extracting these seats, which gives them time to dry while we finish the rest of the detail. And for everyone that's wondering how I dry out the seats, like I said, I try to do them up front as soon as possible, and then I have a box fan that just blows air across them, and in my garage it's heated, so the combination of those two helps dry them out over about an 8 to 10 hour period of time. So I always try to return the car back to a customer the next day, so it gives it ample time to dry.
Silence inside my
Now, for everyone enjoying breakfast or any food whatsoever, I recommend looking away. This is the water that was removed from just that one seat out of my extractor. It was pretty nasty, and I was regretting the idea of wearing sandals at the time, to be honest. Now, one interesting thing when it comes to lighter colored interiors is you're honestly kind of screwed if you get them to the point where they're this dirty. The carpets inside this 4Runner are gray, and if you can see, even after extracting it, doing multiple passes, these floor mats still have a brownish light tannin tint to them. With pressure washing and continue passes, that'll probably never come out completely just because of a lighter fabric color. So if you do have a lighter interior and you're kind of in this position where this is kind of where you end up after cleaning them extensively, a good solution is to get some carpet dye. That's a good option to kind of, it's essentially like a spray paint, to re-dye those carpets or replace them. The other alternative is to run rubber floor mats, which is highly recommended, especially if you live in a dirty area or use your car extensively for dirtier things. So one thing to keep in mind, if you have a lighter interior, try to do your best to minimize the amount of dirt, because over time those fibers will eventually absorb some of that color. I will say I'm completely converted on using compressed air to clean out all of the joints and all that excess liquid that might get stuck in between buttons or panels. This is my new nozzle gun that I'm using, which I am in love with. It definitely makes it a lot easier to get into all those nooks and crannies and crevices and blow out any of the excess liquid that might be remaining after cleaning these panels. Now, while we work on the center console, I wanted to mention that if you guys have a business, whether it's detailing, anything for that matter, if you guys are looking for any sort of consultation, business advice, and growing your social media platform, starting a YouTube channel, growing your YouTube channel, I do private consulting work, and that is kind of the premise of this week's giveaway. I want you guys to comment down below. Do you own a business? Do you have a side hustle? Whether it's something small as babysitting or it's, detailing cars, or if you have a full-blown business, leave that down in the comments below and I will pick somebody for next week's video as a winner to have a 30-minute free consultation call, and I can help you out with figuring out ways to have better social media strategies to grow your business, gain customers, and also make some extra cash. For this week's detail, the biggest transformation for me was these rear seats that were completely covered in that nasty dirt, dust, and grime. I think they turned out amazing. It was probably my favorite part, but I need you guys to make sure that you are subscribed, and right here on the screen, I need you to click on this video and watch last week's detail. It will not disappoint. It is by far one of my favorite details and also one of my favorite trucks, the Toyota Land Cruiser. So make sure you guys check that out and watch that video next, and I hope you guys have a great week.